Rob? Alright, here's the whole smorgasbord of accessories. The only thing I don't have is the sniper rifle and the tech cowl. The tech cowl looked really cool. It doesn't really do anything. And the sniper rifle, although it was used in one scene in the movie, might have been cool just to have, just for the sake of having the accessory. But the primary accessories that are here, I didn't feel like paying the extra price just for two other accessories that I'm probably not going to use that much. And he can only hold so much, so it's not like I have a Batcave diorama where I can put all these things. But I do have extra posability and just different options from time to time if I go, oh, I want to have him hold the grenade launcher. So I'll be messing with this. Here is the branding, the bat branding iron that he holds on to, which he has a set of hands that will hold on to that, which I don't think I've ever actually had this in these hands yet. There is an opening there, Rob, if you could just get it there. There we go. That's pretty cool. So you could have him sit there and hold on to it. That looks really neat. Very cool. It's the first time I've had him with that, so that's nice to be able to do. And I like, they could have just done one Batarang. So these actually feel, they're plastic, but they actually kind of feel like a little bit of a metal. I like the metal wash that's on there. There's actually some dirt and grime on them. So I like a lot of these things look used, which is really cool. So depending on what hand you're using it in, you could have all three, you could have 2 to 3 Batarangs in his hands, as if he's kind of throwing them all out. So I like being able to have that option, just kind of playing with the hands a little bit. He comes with 4 sets of hands. One set of hands is already obviously on there. The hands that came stock on were the fists. And the fists are usually the ones I end up taking off right away. Especially when it comes to accessories, I want him to be able, or whoever the figure is, be able to start holding on to all of these things. And again, Hot Toys' attention to detail. They could have made, well, let's get this out of here. I'm trying to mess with them. The grapnel launcher, the grapnel blaster. This is what I've had him posed with here at the house. I haven't put on the extra darts or the actual grapple hooks yet, but like in the Mattel toy that we built earlier this year, these fit on in here. So these are very, very small. So I'm kind of surprised they didn't just mold these to the side of it and not had it be a separate piece, but they actually fit in here. And I probably had all of that off camera. I apologize. So everything is useful to the point of how it should be in the film. Again, these are so small, I'm afraid that they're just going to fall right off like that. So generally, I don't have them posed with it. But attention to detail. So if I had him with his hand up, kind of like this, where he's holding it up in the air, I may not have to worry about them falling off. But yeah, they're in there really kind of loose. I'm sure I could do something to get them to stay in if I really wanted to. But chances are I'm not just going to have them in there. It's not like somebody from Warner Brothers prop department's going to come into the house and go, hey Rob, you don't have those in there. It's not authentically correct. And you do have a version of them being opened. So they kind of hold in there. So as if it's getting ready to come out. And then different stages of it coming out. So you have one with a wire here. So the wire goes in the hole as if it's just now deploying. And then you have a longer one for now the line being taut. So it would have been really nice, I think that end comes off, for that end to come off and this one to go on so you could see it fully extended. But hey, not going to complain. And this is in here actually really pretty good. We have the grenade launcher, and that there are working parts on this. I mean, that's just cool. There's little hooks that are here, little eyelets, ringlets that are on for the movie. I mean, so very cool. You have a set of canisters that are open, so you could have him hold in his hands, that he's putting one of these in. So this hand, he could be holding on to it, and just depending on how you're placing it on him, so he's doing this motion with it. Just so very cool. So what I'm going to do right now is I will, first of all, we'll take a set of hands off here. We already kind of saw that already. Let's adjust the camera. And I also swapped out the eyes here, so I've got a set of hands like I was demonstrating earlier with him holding the grenade launcher and getting that ready to be put in to position. I actually kind of cut myself a little bit on his gauntlets, so they are very sharp. So probably could have rotated that a little bit more, so where he's not even really looking at how I have it quite lined up, but you get the idea. I'm going to try and set up a shot here of him actually holding it and aiming it maybe at camera here, so we'll see if I can pull that off, which I've seen it done, just a matter of figuring out how to get the body contorted, how to do so. So we'll hold on just 1 minute. And here we go, got the hands changed out, the eyes changed out, and you can see how he's holding on to it right there. Could probably have the arm up just a little bit more. But these are some of the little, nuances that you could get into it. By any means, I'm not fully 100% there with posing the figure yet. Started trying to get it to look more natural with some weight displacement, with having not the feet just typically straight. You're going to have your lead foot pointing in the direction, so you give yourself some mobility and some stance like you would as a normal human being, and then displacing your weight here in the back. So when he's standing at the side, you have this type of motion. Probably even should be out just a little bit more, maybe yet still, as it's probably going to have some type of little bit of a recoil to it. But just what a fantastic figure, and the possibilities are endless. There's his butt that people, say sometimes he's got a rather protruding butt a little bit. I think that's just kind of how it fits in to the figure. But what a great figure. This video could go on forever as I'm just posing and posing and posing. So I'll probably do updates from time to time, and again, bear with me on this. I just kind of briefly set it up here. One problem I do have is because of the gauntlets pushing down on the wrist, the hands don't want to stay in all the time. They do pop out from time to time. So trying to get that, see there that is on camera a little bit. So that's one gripe I have here, is trying to get them to stay. Once some other pressure is applied to it, then it kind of doesn't quite work. I don't have the correct technical hand, because that hand actually comes with Nightmare Batman, but you get the idea. As far as the review goes, I just kind of wanted to be able to show a few options here. So I'll set the camera up for one more, and be really good once I get the other cape up here. We can probably stop that from happening. So bear with me really quick, and we'll be right back. All right, well, hey, Robin, how's it going? So I wondered what the Batman versus Superman figure would look like next to the DC Direct 12-inch Dick Grayson Robin. And I mean, obviously they don't really work, but to have a Batman and a Robin in this size, I'm a sucker for doing that. So in a pinch, it kind of works here. So let's slide Dick Grayson out of the way. Just really kind of cool to see those two side by side. So now that Batman is back here, I can't say enough good things about this figure. I hope I captured enough things here for you to see a review of this figure, kind of see maybe where some of the weak points are, but those weak points are so small. This is easily the top figure of the year for me and for a lot of collectors for Hot Toys, and I can see why so many people love these figures. Today we've been taking a look at the Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice Hot Toys figure. And as always, this is Rob for Rob's Rogues and the BatmanUniverse.net signing off, saying we will see you guys next time. Wow.